Hi FlossTube, it's Lorna the Ladybird Stitcher. Today is Tuesday the 11th of June 2019 and I'm here for an update. It's been a while, I'm sorry. Just been super busy in May. I got sick, my daughter got sick, just a bad cold, but it meant that not much got done during that time. And then our old cat got sick, who doesn't live with us. He lives in our old flat. He's got new owners now, but they let us know that he was really sick, so we went to visit him and he's pulled through. We didn't think he would, so we're very grateful. He's 16 years old, so it's very old for a cat, and we're very grateful that we've got a bit more time with him. What else happened? I went on a retreat, which was absolutely wonderful, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes. I worked on a lot of whips. I have a major finish, quite a few Mirabilias to show you, and I think we should just get started because this one will probably be a bit long, longer than my usual ones anyway. So anyway, I hope everyone had a really good May, and as I mentioned that I was going to try a mainly Mirabilia Maynia, which I managed to do. I only managed to work on four of my Mirabilia whips. I didn't get to work on my Winter Queen just yet, just because I was sick and there was no stitching done at that time. So yeah, let's go through the new starts first. I had 3 new starts and I'll go through those now. So the first one, which is also haul, it's for the Samplery company, which is by Brenda Keys, and it's called Red Sampler House, I think. Red House Sampler. Sorry, it's just got the there's no title on the front, which is why I couldn't remember it, but I bought this from Victoria House Needleworks, which I went to during my retreat, and it's for a round robin. I'm doing a round robin with all the ladies that were at the retreat, and this was my piece. This is the one I chose, and I purchased some, it's kind of a light blue even weave. It's 29 count even weave, which I also bought from Victoria House Needleworks. And that's my start on it. So I'm going to stitch 1/9 of this, and then the other 8 ladies in the round robin will be stitching the other pieces, or whatever they can. It's a huge piece, so I don't expect it to be finished by the time the round robin winds up, but it'd be nice to have someone else stitch on a piece that I'm gonna keep forever, so I'm really excited about that. I'm also really excited about receiving other pieces to stitch on. A lot of the pieces I wouldn't normally pick for myself, but it'll be nice to kind of try out something new, different fabric that I'm used to. So yeah, it's gonna be really exciting, so I'm really happy about that I've joined that. I've heard other people talk about round robins, and I always thought, oh, it's going to be a bit hard here in Australia to join in a round robin. They all seem to be in the States or in other parts of the world. Postage would be a killer. It just wouldn't work out. So this is great because all the people who are participating are from Australia, obviously. So yeah, I'm really excited, but this is the piece that's going to be my piece. So I start on it, and we're giving ourselves 5 or 6 weeks per section, so we've got a bit of time, and this will be sent on when I'm finished with it. So I'm looking forward to doing a bit more of that. I also started Tudor Maiden by the Primitive Hare, which will look like this. And I only managed a very small start, but here it is so far. And that's just, I stitched it. I've got this It's like a scissor fob. It's not a button, excuse me, it's not a button, it's not a badge or anything like that. It's like a scissor fob, and it's really pretty. But I haven't quite decided whether I'm going to put it on there or not, or use it as something else. So I stitched the Tudor rose that is up there. It's on the pattern, so I stitched it, and then I'll decide at the end whether I'm going to use it or not. And this is on 30 count Aspen linen fabric by Weeks Dye Works. And that's how I'd like to finish it, like that. So that'll be nice. And I bought this from Tash, the Star-Crossed Stitcher, her mum's shop, which is called Motifs by Hand. I'll link it below. This video is I'm filming this on the night of the 11th of June, but I won't be uploading it until tomorrow because it's quite late, and I'm going to be leaving my editing until tomorrow, so you won't see it until then. My other new start was part of a Stitchy Kindness from Tash the Star-Crossed Stitcher, who was at the retreat and who gave us all this chart, which is lovely. It's by Heartstring Samplery, and it's called Stitch or Die Pincushion, and it actually says Stitch or Die up there. It's really cute. And she bought a piece of this fabric. It's some sort of linen, I'm not sure, but I'm working on it 2/2. I think it's 32 count. It may be a bit smaller, I'm not sure, but I've made a small start on that, and it's really a lot of fun to work on, so I'm enjoying that when I get the chance. And then it's in another piece of Stitchy Kindness. This is a project bag that was given to me by Teresa Craig, who is also on FlossTube, and it was made by Teaser Handmaids, which I will link below. She has beautiful project bags, and this one was picked out especially for me because of the ladybirds, and I'm so thrilled with it. I love it. So thank you, ladies, that's beautiful. And I'm keeping the other Stitchy Kindness that I got in this bag. There was other Stitchy Kindness which I will get into a bit later on. So they're my new starts. So yes, 3. 2 of them were started at the retreat that I went on, and then the round robin was started on Sunday. Just this last Sunday gone. Now, the Mirabilias that I worked on in no particular order. The first one is Enchanted Mermaid, which will look like this when it's finished. And I'm stitching this with a few ladies that were at the Nora Corbett Mirabilia stitching retreat at last year in February. So we're all stitching this one for Belinda's birthday. Hi Belinda. And this is what it looked like the last time you saw it. And here it is now. Now, the last time you saw this, I mentioned that I would be trying to finish it this year. That's not going to happen. There's so much work left to do on it. It's just not possible, but I still love it. I still love the way it looks, and I'm hoping I'll be able to finish it next year at least. But it's beautiful. I love it. This fabric is from, I'll put the details somewhere on the screen. I can't remember, but love it. I did change the cord for colour that was up here. I changed that to a different Cryonic. I'll also put the colour here because I've got it behind the screen. So yeah, this is absolutely lovely, and it's going to be so blingy because this is just the stitching. There are so many beads and treasures that still need to go in on this piece, and She's going to be very blingy when she's finished, but really happy with her. And then there was Lady Mirabilia, which I started on my birthday last year in December. So Lady Mirabilia, here's what she looked like the last time you saw it. And here it is now. And I'm stitching this one on 32 count opal Lugana, sorry 28 count opal Lugana in colourway Blue Orchid, I think, from Colour Cascade Fabrics. And I love her face, I think she's really pretty. I find with Mirabilia sometimes the face doesn't always work out for me, but this one I'm really happy with. And it was funny, I was watching Teresa Little Stitcher and she was talking about her Andromeda piece, which I also worked on this month, and she said she wasn't happy about the nose, and I have to agree with her. The nose is a bit squished. So, but this is Lady Mirabilia and she's going to be stunning. I think she's beautiful and I'm really pleased to work on her as well. I stitched on her while I was at the retreat, so I'll always have that memory of being with beautiful friends while I was working on that, so I'm going to treasure that one. And Andromeda, which I spent a week on, but I also stitched on the 24th of May with Terry Lee from Terry Lee Crafts. Hi Terry. Here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. And this is what I managed to get done. And as you can see, the nose is a little bit I don't know, it seems to be a little bit too short. The pattern itself, it seems a bit more pointy, I'm not sure. But Teresa was having the same problem. So, I don't know, I might try something with back stitching maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure, I haven't put any back stitching in on her yet. And this is on 32 count Summer Sky, which I bought from 123 Stitch. Sorry about all the wrinkles, it's been in Q-snaps and folded up in weird ways, so that's fine, that'll all come out when it's finished, but that's what she looks like now. I may have mentioned that I'd like to finish her off this year as well. I don't think that's going to happen. There's a lot more to it than I originally thought. And then last but not least, I think this was the first one I worked on actually, but this is Villa Mirabilia, which is unfortunately out of print. All the other ladies are readily available at the moment, all the other ones I stitched on, but this one is out of print. And I had my copy signed by Nora Corbett at the retreat last year. And here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. And she's a big lady, but that's what I managed so far. So not a lot there. This was the week I was sick, so I didn't get as much done as I would have liked. But I worked on that little corner up there, so which is the little, it's part of the tree up there. So we'll see how much, when I can pull that out again. This is on, I think it's on Oasis from Colour Cascade Fabrics, and it's on a fat half because it's huge. So she's a big, beautiful lady, that one. Okay. I just started working on the R block of by the Prairie Scholar. R is for rabbit. And I'll show you what the other letters look like here. And I just started on the new piece. So it's very small start. I just started that yesterday. And this I'm working on. I mean, I would have worked on it anyway, but there is a sale in Cross Stitch Finish Line that Terry has put up. Congratulations to her daughter who is engaged, but she set up sales for all of June, and this one is for part 2, Something New. And this is on a new piece of fabric, which is why I'm working on it for the sale. But that's the small start I've done so far, and this is 1/1 on 28 count. And it's just white Lugana. And then my finish, I worked on my Heaven and Earth Designs piece. I have to be honest, there were some times when I just wanted to give it up. It didn't seem to want to get done. And I was so close. And I just kept working on it. I kind of sucked it up and kept working on it. Anyway, I'll put in a picture here of the picture that Heaven and Earth Designs produces. So that's in here. And here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. And here it is now, all done. And I love it. I'm so happy I persevered. I was literally probably up to about there when I wanted to give it up, and yeah, there was so little left to do, but it did seem to take forever in the end. I just was so keen to finish it, and it just didn't want to get done, but it finally did. I finally managed to. And the last 4 or 5 pages, they went really, really quickly. It was almost like 1 or 2 days a page and I was finished. So they're not 4 pages, obviously. So yay, it's done. I posted this on the Heaven and Earth Designs page, and I asked for recommendations of tutorials on how to finish it. And I think the best one I've found, there was one from Vonna Pfeiffer, which is excellent, but I don't think it would suit this one as well because it's full coverage. But the one that someone else recommended was from Nell, the Yellow House Crafts, I think. Unfortunately, Nell isn't on FlossTube anymore. Her channel's still up, but she hasn't made a video in quite a long time. But she does have an excellent tutorial, which I'll link below. I've watched it, and I think I might be able to give it a go. I've ordered some backing fabric. One other thing I did during May was go on a course on getting to know my sewing machine a bit better. It was only a 4-hour course, so I know I'm no expert, definitely not, but I do have a bit more confidence on using it now, so I'm hoping I'll be able to work on that at some point. This is for my daughter, and she's absolutely thrilled with it. The only thing is I would like to have her name on it, and I don't know, I'm thinking I'll put it up here somewhere. I might use the lettering that's in that red sampler house, or red house sampler, and then, but then I don't want to leave it white, so I'm thinking I might use the pattern that's this kind of blue up here, so there's a few stars there, so it's not just blue. I wouldn't mind using that and repeating it up the top a bit around the letters of her name, and so including that as well. So if you have any other suggestions, I would love to hear them, so please leave comments below. But yeah, I'm so happy it's done. That's my second Hare finish this year so far. I'm not planning any others. I am planning to start another one in August with my friend Robin. She's working on it. It's the same artist but different pieces. It's I think she's doing Story Keep Pocahontas, and I'm going to be working on Story Keep Belle. They're both beautiful and I can't wait, but yeah, I'm so happy to have this one finished too. So that's that, and this was 1/1 on 25 count Lugana. Yes, so yeah, please leave comments below if you have any ideas on how to stitch names on that one. It's Stitchy Kindness. So I received the project bag from Teresa. I received the chart and the fabric and the threads by Heartstring Samplery from Tash. Excuse me. Joe Vintage Chick Stitch. I got us each a bag like this, and it says Lorna's to-do list: eat, sleep, cross stitch, repeat. I love it. That's so cool. Thank you, Joe. And she also included some threads. This is, I believe this is Coloris. It's number 4015 from DMC. And this is from the Gentle Art. It's called Banker's Grey. That's pretty true to colour. It's beautiful. So thank you, Joe. I love it. And then Sandra gave us a gift bag full. So thank you, Sandra. And she actually knitted everyone a dishcloth or a face cloth. I think I'll use it as a face cloth. I don't want to put this on my dishes. So yeah, love it. Thank you. And then I love tins. I love these type of tins, and she got not one, not two, but 3 of these little tins. And I love them all. They're beautiful. Oops, that way. And she picked this one out especially for me because it's a dark-haired lady with a dark-haired daughter, and she said it reminds her of Heidi and me, so that's lovely. Thank you so much, Sandra. It's beautiful. And inside one of them, yes, in this one, she also put little magnets or needle minders. So this is a koala. I love it. It's beautiful. Can you see that? This is like a leaf in the form of a heart. It's beautiful. And a little butterfly one. I believe she made all these. And oops, yeah, no, that's not all. There's more. And a little Christmas sled. That's so cute. So thank you so much, Sandra. But wait, there's more. It just kept coming. She also gave us a little mill hill kit, and you know I love my mill hill kits. And this one's called Teddy's Tree. It's so cute. I'd love to stitch that this year. I'm hoping to and hang it on the Christmas tree this year. It'll be awesome. And then she also got us these, which are apparently, I think they were originally for wrapping, for holding bobbins, the thread on bobbins. I'll get one out and show you. So you put a sewing bobbin in there and wrap it around, and the thread would stay on there. But they can also be used to hold your fabric onto a Q-snap. I'd say if there's excess fabric, to wrap it around there, so that's really handy. And we also suggested we use it as rings as well. So, but those, as well as everything else, and beautiful. This is Australian thread. It's Berries Creek is the colour, and what's the name of it? It's from the state of Victoria in Australia, and it's called Cottage Garden Threads. And I love these threads. They're beautiful. I've never actually used them. I've got quite a few of them, but I've never actually used them, and I need to find a chart that will allow me to use them. But thank you, Sandra. I love that. And then from Shaz, got a candle and some soap, which is being used. I won't show you that, but I believe she handmade the soap. And this candle is also handmade. It's by Twilight Rustic, and it's beautiful. So thank you for all that. Yeah, truly sport rotten. The retreat was so much fun. We just spent 3 nights at Mittagong, which is where Victoria House Needleworks is. We hired a house and there were 8 of us staying there. And it was organised by by Claire, Pyrex Stitcher. She organised it, and it was so much fun. It was so nice just to sit and stitch with people who also love stitching, and truly beautiful, lovely people. So it was just the best. It was so nice. So I can't wait till next year. And then there's a little bit of haul, keeping in mind that this is about 5-6 weeks worth. There's quite a bit here, but I found these on eBay. This is all dolled up, so it's really cute, and it's by Little House Needleworks and by Country Cottage Needleworks. It's called the Needlework Shop. I've always wanted this one, so I'm really happy. But it came up on eBay. I don't think it's hard to find. I just haven't gotten around to buying it yet, but I saw it on eBay and I thought I'll get it because it was from the same shop, and no chart can travel alone, so why not? So that's that one. I'm really sorry about the glare. It's late. The lighting is very artificial. So I found some Mirabilias on Stash Unload. This is the very first Mirabilia ever. It's called Damask Roses. It is out of print, and it was a very reasonable price on Stash Unload. And I want to thank Joe for letting me know about that this was available. So I snapped it up. I love it. I didn't always want this one, but I've seen it stitched up since, and I'm so happy to have it. And then I found this one as well, Crystal Symphony. And this is MD94. I don't think this one's out of print, but it's, what's the copyright? It's 2007, so it's quite old as well, so I'm happy to have it. And then these were on Stash Unload as well. They're 2 Melhill button beads. It was just the chart and the perforated paper. So the previous owner obviously stitched them on fabric and kept the threads and the beads obviously for the kit. But so she was selling the pattern and the card and the perforated paper, which suits me because I will stitch these on perforated paper, and I have all the DMC threads and probably most of the beads that I'd need, so that's fine. So this one is Flower Shop, and that is it's from the Main Street collection, and this one is Sweet Shop. And then I found this one on eBay as well, and it's called Ma Petite Robe Noire, which I believe means my little black dress, and it's from Tralala. And I just think, this isn't usually my style, but I just think that's going to be such a fun stitch. So I'm looking forward to getting around to that at some point. It uses Gentle Arts, and it is in French, but I think I can work out most of it, so I'm looking forward to that one. And then I also made another order from Tash, and I finally got the Village of Hawker and Hollow. I've been eyeing this one up for a really long time, and I've seen so many people stitch it on FlossTube and Instagram and Facebook, and finally I caved in and bought it, so I love it. I think this will be a start at some point as well. I've just got to control my starts. I also bought Peacock and Pomegranate by Cottage Garden Samplings. I love the colours in that. It's going to be so stunning. And from Plum Street Samplers, it's called 100 Ways. And it says, I suppose there may be 100 different ways of being in love, by Jane Austen. So I love that one. And then Tash kindly included a card. I believe this is from Hands Across the Seas, is it? It's got a sampler on it, and there is a chart at the back of it, which I won't show you, but that's so pretty. I love that. Thank you, Tash. Now, the last time I saw you, I promised a giveaway, and I had finished Chick Egg by Mill Hill. I'm giving away just the chart, and I'm including a couple of other small Mill Hills as well, just the charts. But I used my Tiny Decisions app to work out who won, and I will insert a little clip of that here. So congratulations, Rachel. Please contact me. I will include my email address below, and if you can contact me and let me know where you'd like me to send these to, I'll have them out to you as soon as possible. So thank you to all those who entered. Yeah, I'm happy to pass that on. I believe that's it. The only book I finished was The Chocolate Maker's Wife by Karen Brooks. I really enjoyed it. It takes part in mainly the 1660s. So it covers the plague of London. It covers the fire of London. It's about a lady who grows up in an inn with her mother and stepfather. Her stepfather abuses her constantly. His sons abuse her constantly, and she just tries to fight her way out of the abuse. But finally, she gets run over by a carriage, and the person who runs her over is a wealthy man from another part of England, and he realizes that she's been abused, and he works a deal with her mother to marry her, and he takes her away, and he is planning on opening up a chocolatier, which back then was a very new concept, obviously. And I'm a self-confessed chocoholic from way back, so anything that has chocolate in the title would probably get my attention. So but I really enjoyed this book. It was fairly long from memory. Sorry, I finished it weeks ago, and I'm struggling to remember all the details, but I did enjoy it. There's a lot of twists and turns in it, but it also has a lot of information about the plague and about the fire of London, and so the historical facts are really interesting. So yeah, I recommend that one. It's called The Chocolate Maker's Wife by Karen Brooks. I'm currently reading the second book of Harry Potter, so I'm hoping to finish that sometime this week. But at the moment, my stitchy bug has really taken hold, so instead of reading, I'm stitching, which is fine by me. Okay, I think that's all. I'm gonna say goodnight, or I hope you enjoy the rest of June. I'm not sure when I'll be back. It's just a really busy time. But I'll be back. I'll see you when I see you, I guess. Take care, everyone, and happy stitching. Bye for now.